What it do, bruh? Talk of the town, Nintendo, Doc Trey, still holding it down, still make the best games, and you know this, bro. It's the truth. If you don't like it, you can have that seat.
All right, so this is definitely going to be a rant. Now, this is going to be one of those good old-fashioned Dr. Trey I told you so videos, but honestly, this is something that I hoped I would be wrong about. I literally hoped in my heart that I would be wrong about this, and I actually tried my hardest for this not to happen. And it happened anyway. So first off, let's get to the news here. So so people are wondering why I did multiple videos about the Switch 2 already since the Switch 2 Direct, but I have yet to do a video touching on the most sensitive part and actually the only negative part about the Switch 2 so far in the pricing. Now, the Switch 2 hardware ended up being, at least to most people, more sophisticated than a lot of people were expecting, so they're pretty much kind of fine with that $450 price point, even though it's pretty high. But then we also have the $80 Mario Kart situation, which nobody other than the famliest of fanboys is okay with. And I told everyone that day that these prices were a reaction, actually a pre-reaction to Tangerine Man's tariffs. Told you guys this. And I've been telling you guys this. And I showed proof of this. But I was still getting pushed back from literally thousands of people. Like I don't even know why I was even wasting my time. But I was spending half the day responding to people about this and giving the same answer to the same question, and it was tiring. People telling me I don't know what I'm talking about. It has nothing to do with tariffs. Nothing. None of these prices have anything to do with tariffs. Nothing. Yeah, no. They decided this price long ago. Nothing. Tariffs don't affect Nintendo. I've been telling you guys this for months. And actually, I've been telling you guys about the effects tariffs would have on gaming for 6 years. But nobody wanted to listen. Well, maybe today you will listen. Because just announced in a statement from Nintendo, pre-orders for Nintendo Switch 2 in the US will not start April 9th anymore. Why? In order to assess the potential impact of tariffs and evolving market conditions, Nintendo will update timing at a later date. The launch date of June 5th, 2025 is unchanged. So if you're slow, let me explain this to you. Nintendo is saying that due to the tariffs announced the day of the Switch 2 Direct, they are no longer going to take pre-orders next week for the Switch 2. They don't know when they're going to take pre-orders for the Switch 2. And it's because they are now trying to assess if the price that's out is even enough. So, like I was telling you guys before, the reason why the Switch 2's price is higher than people thought it was going to be, and the reason why some of the software, such as Mario Kart, and the price of the software in other territories is higher, a lot higher than people thought, it's because Nintendo was pricing this with potential tariffs in mind. Now, the reason they were able to do that is because Trump announced that he was going to announce all these tariffs on this day. So everybody that follows news knew that this was going to be announced this day, including Nintendo. So they announced a higher price point in anticipation to these tariffs. Now, what happened is apparently these tariffs are way higher than Nintendo anticipated, and they have tariffs in countries that Nintendo did not anticipate. See, Nintendo moved the manufacturing of their chips and their systems and stuff to other countries to avoid tariffs. But tariffs on Wednesday were placed in the same spots that they moved them to, so they can no longer avoid tariffs. I told you guys 6 years ago, or at least 5 years ago, that these tariffs were going to screw up gamers. I told you guys this long time ago. And it's crazy that people will listen to damn near every single thing that I say about gaming, except when it comes to tariffs. Because people are a bigger fan, apparently, of one man than their gaming. I've noticed that, and I've been gaming a long time. I noticed that every time that a politician has said something even remotely negative towards gaming, all gamers as a collective have ganged up on them and said, oh my gosh, what an idiot, blah, 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 blah. When Tangerine Man said something about gaming, he actually said something like, oh, we should ban Violent Gamer, or we should ban something. No, not a peep out of nobody. And I thought that was strange. But I didn't say anything. But look, I told you guys, why do you think I was spending so much of my time arguing and explaining and going back and forth with you guys over these tariffs and over this potentially happening? Because I saw it coming a mile away. And if you had been paying attention, you would have saw it too. This guy just screwed everybody. I'm telling you. Not just the U.S. that you guys are seeing. Screwed over the U.S. and that drifted to everybody else. Because all the other countries, all the other territories that routinely charge more than things cost in the U.S., they're not going to charge you lower. They're going to charge you even more. Because that's what they've done all through history. It's just like a digital game costs way more to produce than a cartridge game. The digital game, they're just putting it on the download store. And they just have to pay for the servers. They don't have to pay for the packaging. They don't have to pay for the carts. They don't have to give the retailers cut. Yet, the digital game is the same price as the physical. And sometimes it's more because they don't go on sale as much unless the game is pretty old. So, it's just telling you, like, they will price these things similar because, one, because it's expected, and two, because they can. So that's why people are like, well, how does tariffs affect the digital game? Because they're going to price the digital game the same price or similar as the physical. Because they still want people to buy the physical games. You think they're going to put the digital game at $30 and then put the physical at 80? Like, come on. You guys need to you guys need to say something, okay? I know a lot of you guys are fans of that man, but come on, man. Come on. Are you a fan of him, or are you a fan of video games? Are you a fan of Nintendo? It's time to take a stand, okay? I get it. A lot of you guys are misled, and there's a lot of misinformation out there. I know. But on this topic, at least, okay, you have to admit, y'all got screwed over. And I told you from the beginning, this was going to happen. This is crazy. So now, after all this time, we waited 8 years for this thing. Now, luckily, the launch date is not going to change. But the fact that they now can't even tell you when it's pre-ordered. Now when you can pre-order, now here's the crazy thing. I don't know. I don't know. Like, they might even, with this, depending on how long these tariffs last, they may even make that high price point a limited time deal. I joked about this. I actually joked about this being for a limited. I was joking. And that joke may now be a reality. They may actually say, get the Nintendo Switch 2 for $450 at the low price of $450 for a limited time. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm so pissed. You guys need to listen to me. You guys need to. It should be by now. By now. After all the stuff that I've said and shown to you and proven to you, if I'm telling you something regarding gaming, you're better off listening to what I have to say. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. This is ridiculous.